guys, it's Anissa. Welcome back to my channel. You know, I really do wish I could say that I was excited for today's video, but I'm not. We're going to be doing a full face using products I regret buying. All these products, this is kind of their like last chance. But if you're interested to see just how bad this can get, then keep on watching. I have a product for everything except for primer, I believe. So I'm going to go ahead and prime my face using this e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer because your girl has been very dry lately, especially underneath my eyes. I have applied eye cream. You know, maybe I don't like this one either. I have every e.l.f. primer because I like them all, but this one feels a little bit greasy. It's not like hydrating, it feels greasy. I want to reiterate, that's not a product that I was planning on getting rid of, but like, this smells like mineral oil. Ugh! This is already turning out more disappointing than I hoped. I'm not going to cream contour and all that stuff because I don't have a cream contour I don't like and I don't have a under eye corrector I don't like. So we're just gonna hop straight into foundation. And this is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. And this is in 340 Cappuccino. This is the one in the bag that's made with clay. But when I used this in that review that I did on it, I hated it. This is gonna be its last shot to prove to me that it is worthy of staying in the collection. Fit Me and Revlon Color Stay were the first two foundations I ever used. I like the one in the bottle, but the one in the pouch literally has no coverage to it at all. And it'd be a different story if it said that, but it doesn't because this is just supposed to be a version of the one in a bottle, just in a bag. The formula isn't supposed to be any different. And it is, it just does not perform the same way as the other one does. I'm debating if I want to keep this for days that I want really light makeup, but it just did not do what I expected it to. It kind of looks like when you mix a moisturizer in with a little bit of foundation. You know how that used to be the thing to do? That's kind of the vibes I get from this. It doesn't look bad. I think I was so disappointed because I had really high hopes for it and that just made my disappointment even worse, which made me even more mad. It doesn't patch up really weird. It's just very light. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say that I'm gonna keep this just for days that I don't feel like wearing a lot of makeup because I do have a little bit of coverage, but as you can see, most things are still shining through. This one has redeemed itself, so this is gonna go back in the collection. But this primer, I do not like the way that it feels on my face, and I'm actually very disappointed because I love e.l.f. primers. If you were to ask me for a recommendation for a primer, I would tell you an e.l.f. primer, either the mineral infused one or the mattifying one or the poreless one. Oh my gosh, those are all amazing. I really don't have much to say and I'm not going to say too much. This is the Jeffree Star concealer in the color C21. I've been meaning to get rid of this. Well, it did patch up on my skin really weird, but after everything that went on with him, I'm not purchasing from him and I'm not supporting him anymore. Especially on this platform, it's really disappointing to see people who can't take responsibility for their actions miss accountability. This is definitely getting thrown away. I'm not even donating this and I would feel bad in any other circumstance. I do have a review on this on my channel. Now that I'm looking at it, this actually looks pretty nice. Plus, when I bought it, it came damaged. For my under eye powder, I'm just going to be using the Coty Airspun powder. This used to be my holy freaking grail, y'all. It did. And then it started to act up. It performs a little bit better when you just do it like this, but oh my gosh, girl, do not bake with this stuff. You will get a white cast. I'm just gonna show you. So this is what this eye looks like, but I'm gonna bake with this eye just to show you guys what it does to the face. I don't know what I was thinking using this stuff in the past. It's just not color girl friendly at all. If you were fair toned, you may really like this stuff. It's not a Laura Mercier. It's not. And nothing honestly is a Laura Mercier, but it doesn't perform anywhere near as well as some of my other drugstore. Would you want to walk around like this, huh? I'm afraid to bake with this for too long. So I'm going to go ahead and sweep it off. Look, it doesn't even sweep off. I'm offended, personally. If you have perfect skin and nothing is wrong with you, you may just love this. I'm going to go ahead and use this Too Faced Cocoa Contour palette. Look at this, y'all. Let me just show y'all. On what planet does this look my shade? This might be, but I've never seen anybody who contours with a gray contour. A little patchy. If it was not patchy, I wouldn't be hating. And honestly, before this, I had never used this, and that's the reason that it went in this bin. of stuff to get rid of. I really hope it's picking up on how patchy that is. For my overall face powder, I'm going to be using this Maybelline Fit Me in the color 40. Formula on this really is not bad. I've been trying to kind of dabble with it. It's not the best, but it's really not bad. It's kind of just mediocre. But this color in particular is just way too dark for me, even on my face. Along with that, I'm going to use this Real Techniques powder microfiber sponge. When I used this in a Shop My Stash video, I hated it. I'm so scared to put this stuff all over my face, guys. Oh no. Do you see what that sponge does though? It makes it so splotchy. Why would a makeup company ever do this to somebody? You know, we're already here, so it's just a full send at this point. I hate this. I hate the sponge. I hate this sponge. Do you hear me? I have to drag it in order to get it to blend out. You know what though? I needed a laugh today. The powder, genuinely, it really does not look bad, but it's not my color. And oh, I look like I've just gotten some sun. It looks pretty smooth, except for the fact that you can see where I've pressed the sponge into my face. 30 is what I use underneath my eyes. This is 40, so I'm hoping 35 will be a really good all over shade. Blush, and honestly y'all, this one is a heartbreaker because I used to love this blush. It's the first blush I've ever bought. This is the e.l.f. Primer Infused Blush, and this is in the color Always Rosy. I used to love this stuff. Now that I have found blushes that are for my skin tone, I've realized this is just a little bit too chalky. And it's not even that it's too pink, because it's not. It's just chalky. And it's patchy. It hangs onto all the wrong parts of my face. I hope you guys can see the chalkiness in there. Like, it's pink, but it's chalky. Next, probably the thing that I hate the most. I used this in my review of the e.l.f. Retro Paradise collection. I literally loved everything in that collection except for this. This is supposed to be a multi-dimensional face and body shimmer, but y'all, this stuff is so thick and chunky that when I went to put my brush in it, it cleaned my brush off. You see the gold in there? Yeah, that was from my brush. It's not a moment, it's not a look, it's not cute, so quit. Straight up glitter. There's no pigment in this at all. My like ideal highlighter would be a highlighter with fine glitter, not even fine glitter, but like the Becca Cosmetics one. You can tell that it looks like an eyeshadow. So you have that shimmer, but you also have pigment underneath it to where when you put it on your face, it's not gonna look like this. We can go ahead and do brows. Today I'm going to be using the Maybelline Ultra Slim Brow Pencil. This is in the color Black Brown. I just didn't like this color for me. It's honestly not a bad formula. It just is a little too gray. It's pretty creamy and it's really easy to work with. It basically looks like how my eyebrows look now with powder in them. That's the kind of vibe I get, because as you can see, there's really not much of a color difference except for some definition, and I have glitter all over my face. To go with that, I have this Brow Fast Sculpt Mascara Gel. Y'all know I don't use brow gel, but this is in the color Black Brown. This is so gray. I will probably never use brow gel. I used to use just brow gel and I used to not fill in my eyebrows. I'm gonna go ahead and do eyeshadow. This eyeshadow palette, honestly, I had really high hopes for and it let me down. This is the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette. I was so hoping that I love this eyeshadow palette because it's such a good size for travel. I've used the Utopia palette, and this just did not perform anywhere near as well as that one did. I'm going to go in with this deep brown right here. Watch these perform better than they did. This one isn't bad. And keep in mind, I don't have eyeshadow primer on. So some of this stuff has sat in this box. Yeah, some of this stuff has sat in here close to a year. This was the first product that I put in here, so I haven't used this in a really long time. I'm just going to take this red color. Okay, not gonna lie, that looks pretty good, besides the fact that it's not blended out. Shimmering red color right here. Yeah, see, this is where the flop was. And the best way to apply a shimmer is with your finger. They go on, but they're kind of sheer. I can see my eye underneath it, especially right in here. Cause see, I opened my eye and you can still see just my skin right there. See, I knew I wasn't crazy, y'all. They don't stick. And this was expensive. She was not cheap. Patchy. You can see it right in there. It's not hanging on to my eye. And I'm glad that I'm doing this because you guys can truly see how bad the highlighter is. It's not good. It doesn't look glowy. When I want a shimmer, I want it to pop. It's not bad, but I would not recommend something like this to you guys for this price. Now, I may be a little bit more lenient if it was like $5, but it wasn't. This was, I swear to you, this was close to $20. The more I'm looking at myself, the more I hate this highlighter. Next up is mascara, and I'm getting rid of this L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black. The packaging on this particular one, look, the wand will not go back in. I do have another one because I love this mascara. It has a good formula, and the wand is amazing, but I don't have time to fool around with that. While we wait for this to dry out, that way I can flake it off, a L'Oreal Paris lipstick. This is in the color 840 Nature's Blush. It just did not have a lot of pigment to it. The color is pretty, but it just doesn't have that bang to it. It's creamy and it's comfortable, but I just was expecting a lot more. This Too Faced lip injection, I'm mad that I spent my money on this. Let me just say, it burns. My e.l.f. lip plumping gloss does not burn. So I'm gonna put this on because I love you guys, and remember that. Would not recommend unless you want your lips to fall off. All right, guys, this is the finished look. This is embarrassing. The only thing I think I'm gonna salvage from this is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. If you guys would like to continue to see these videos, please let me know. If you wanna see some decent looking makeup, then I do have a full face playlist. If you guys like me and you like the content I create, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. I post on this channel every 4 days. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm gonna take this off because it's already starting to burn. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.